big country that has billions,
and most people when they take
it's just trying to see its country
people take it more than
I'm not judging
taking
that.
it.
At the end of the day, who's getting
so
that
money's waste? I don't know. It's just
Welcome back to the podcast. If you haven't listened to any of the previous episodes, please go and check them out. So today I'm just going to be talking about something that's caught my attention a bit recently with Twitter and social media and stuff. So if you don't know, like, there's recently been a rapper called YNW Melly. I think I'm saying it right, but yeah. So he had a song called Murder on My Mind where in the song, he shot his friend in the song. He shoots him twice, and he just talks about the experience of going through that, like his friend dying in his arms, the family members being traumatized, the blood on the floor and whatever. And so this song has reached like top 20, probably number 1 in like Billboard charts and Apple Music charts. But one thing about this song that's really, like, when you say the words of the songs, like I'm looking at the lyrics now, like, he grabbed me by the hands and said he was afraid to die. I told him it's too late, my friend, it's time to say goodbye. And he died inside my arms, blood all on my shirt. Like, when you read the lyrics, if you were to read it and not rap it, not sing it, it's really dramatic, really vivid. Like, if that was a poem, it would hit you hard. So it's crazy. One thing about that is that it's crazy that so many people are listening to it on repeat. Yeah, the melody's nice, but when you deep the lyrics, like, it's crazy that there's people just playing this for fun and not really understanding that someone's died. Another reason why so many people are listening to it is because he's now been charged with the death of 2 of his friends, I think. I don't know if the same, like, because he says that he wrote this song in jail but before his friends died, so this is not him confessing to the murders he's being accused of. But clearly, like, you this song is evidence of you having the ability to kill someone. So whether he's lying, I don't know, that's up to the court and whatever. But I think when you take a step back, it's crazy how we've got to a point in society where words and meaning, like, they don't really mean anything. We've become desensitized to what we're listening to what we're watching and stuff. Like, this song is literally about a man killing someone, his best friend. Like, I don't know if this was like a poem or a book, this wouldn't be shared in schools for children to just hear and listen to, because people call it explicit, people call it violent. But as a song, I feel like when things turn into music, people, there's just like an acceptance. Music can be as extreme as you want, as long as it sounds good. Like, if this was a terrible song, of course it wouldn't be played as much because it would be a terrible song. But if the song didn't bang, people would probably be like, why is this guy talking about murder like that? Like, what's wrong with him? He clearly not enjoys killing someone, but the fact that he goes into such detail, it's like, whoa. But at the same time, for him, this is also his experience, and a damaging experience for him. So he's just talking about his life. He's talking about how violence has affected him. He's not necessarily, you could say he's not promoting it. He's just telling his story. And it's crazy because these days, I don't know why it is, but we're just exposed to so much violence, especially in the UK with a lot of youth violence and knife crime going on, in the US with a lot of gun violence and police brutality. Like, every day you're exposed to some sort of violence. Like, recently I went to a Young Power conference, and like we were talking about how violence isn't actually always just you've punched someone or you hit someone. Like violence can be the words you say, violence can be the way you treat someone. So in general, we're exposed to so much violence on a daily basis. And then with social media, like with the echo chambers of social media, you're constantly seeing information, you're constantly seeing pictures, videos, tweets, whatever. And sometimes you don't take it in. Sometimes you don't realize how serious some of the stuff you're watching or reading is, especially when it comes to music, when you're just singing things without really thinking about it. And recently on the podcast Twitter, if you're not following that, there's links in the description, so go and follow us. But yeah, so recently I tweeted about just morality being relative. And what I mean by that is what you believe is right and wrong is always dependent on what everyone else thinks is right or wrong. Unless you're the most strong-willed person, like the most stubborn person, in general, what we think is right and wrong is always dependent on the people around us. And with social media, especially like with Twitter, you can see over like 1,000 tweets in one day. You could scroll, like, retweet over 1,000 tweets in one day. And imagine all of that information going into your head and just you're constantly feeding off this information. Imagine what that can do to your perceptions and what you think. I think people don't actually take that seriously. Like, what you put out there is important because you could be changing someone else's ideology forever. You could change the way they think. You could change the actions that they will take as a result of what they think. So people really don't value the importance of their words. Like, even with Twitter, I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's the funny side of Twitter. There's the memes, the jokes, and of course Twitter is great for that, but there's the toxic side of Twitter that I hate so much because people have just gotten used to it. Like, for example, just commenting things about people's pictures for no reason. Like, even when 21 Savage was going through his immigration problems or whatever, the fact that people just jumped on Demi Lovato like that just brought up her past, and that's okay. Like, we can do that. Like, it's crazy that we think, okay, as someone on social media, I am the, what did they say, judge, jury, executioner. Like, if you do something, I can judge you. It's okay. I can judge you as harshly as I want because you are a public figure and I'm on this platform with you. And I don't know why we've gotten used to doing that. Like, the amount of pictures I've seen, tweets I've seen of someone like, oh, look at this girl's ear, I don't know, look at this girl's clothing or something, like just nitpicking at people, picking at, almost reflecting and projecting their insecurities onto other people. And it's just become something that we all laugh along to. Yeah, sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes people they're just having fun. They're just making banter. But the effects that this can have, especially on young people that don't actually understand the importance of what they're doing and what they're reading, can be detrimental. And just going back to like violence and knife crime, like recently, there's been a girl who was stabbed, a white girl, which is quite rare considering that most people who are being affected by this, I don't want to be stereotypical, but most people that are being stabbed are black boys. If we just say it as it is. So the fact that this girl's been stabbed, I pray that this has made the change that is yet to come. Because I know a lot of people, when things are happening to minorities, when minorities are getting killed, no one really cares like that. Like, there's so many issues where, for example, in China with their camps or whatever, their concentration type camps, and with wars in the Middle East and wars with Israel and stuff, people don't really care about what happens to the minority. And this has been going on for ages, and it's been made clear with the whole issue of knife crime in the UK and particularly in London. Like, no one cares about these young black boys being killed. The government, yeah, they're trying to do what they can, but it's not enough. They know it's not enough. Nothing much is really being done. So this white girl has now been killed, and I just pray that it will sort of wake up those who are ignoring this situation because it doesn't involve them. It's young black boys, like, that doesn't involve me, I'm white. That doesn't involve me, like, I'm Asian. So I hope it really wakes those people up. Those people are saying, you know what, I'm a girl, why would I get stabbed? Like, boys are violent, girls aren't. Why would I get stabbed? I'm not in a gang, why would I get stabbed? Like, this is a real issue. Anyone, like, it's not funny what anyone can get at this point. And it's crazy. Like, why are young people and people in general not knowing, not being sure whether they'll come back to their homes after they've gone out? Why has that become so common in this day and age? I don't know, to be honest. I could go into reasons, like, but I'm not going to do that. But one thing that social media has done is made us desensitized to what is going on. Social media and the news, even, like, just seeing BBC News almost every week, there's the same news cycle, the same format. A boy named something age under 20 has been stabbed in this park on this street in London, blah blah blah, police say this, no one's seen anything, end of. Like, almost every week you just see that rotation of the same story, and it's dangerous because now we're just getting used to it. We're just getting used to this whole, like, okay, people are getting killed and whatever, like, you know. I feel like when you, going back to that idea of an echo chamber, when you hear the same ideas or you see the same things or you watch the same types of videos so much and for so long, things just become normal. But I'm not saying that social media is completely toxic and that the power of influence is completely negative, because it's not. Like, social media can change so many lives for the better. And, like, for example, when just raising issues on social media, raising issues like climate change, the more we tweet about it, the more we talk about it, the more people are likely to do something about it. Like, whole talks about climate change. The more we talk about, for example, LGBT rights, like, the more you see people being accepted for who they are just by talking about things like that. Of course, it can be difficult to hold your ideas, like, especially as a Christian. Of course, people question, like, how I'm Christian, how I can like gay people or whatever. People question that. Some people disagree with that, and that's fine. But one thing that I just want people to take away from what I'm saying is, it's okay to disagree with what it looks like everyone believes in. Like, especially when you see social media, you think, okay, everyone's in agreement. This is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, etc., etc. Like, it seems like there's a standard of what is acceptable, what is unacceptable. But no, like, morality is not, it shouldn't be relative. What you think is right and wrong is right and wrong, and that's okay. As long as you're not hurt, your ideas aren't hurting anyone else, as long as they're not putting other people down, your ideas are your ideas, and that's fine. You can have them, that's fine. Don't let other people who don't have an effect on your life and probably don't even know what they're talking about don't let that affect what you believe in and what you think is right and wrong. But also, people need to be aware of what they're consuming. Like, in the same way that you won't eat that burger because it makes you fat, in the same way you won't drink certain things because it will make you sick. Don't read certain things and watch certain things that could be detrimental to you, that could twist your mind up almost. Like, I know that's difficult because, yeah, there's funny jokes that you want to see. Like, you want to talk about Khloe Kardashian and Jordan Woods. You want to be involved. You don't want to be left out. I get that. But sometimes you have to really take a step back and think, this is not helping me in any way. It's not helping anyone. It's just making something worse, making someone feel insecure about themselves. So why should I get involved? Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. If you have any comments or anything to say, please comment down. Please follow us on the links in the description. And make sure you check out our Phone a Friend series as well. If you want to be a part of that, please contact, DM, email, whatever. Please, because I want to get some people on it. Different people, not just people with the same views that I have. So yeah. Big country that has billions, and most people, when they take it, it's just trying to see its country. You're taking more than one, just taking it. At the end of the day, who's getting so that our money's